Understand this, if users can't find it, your app probably doesn't have it. That's why today we're gonna talk about how your keyword search and all of those functions are outdated. You're gonna find out why AI search helps users find things faster. I'm gonna walk you through how to add that into your mobile app and what you could expect to see happen if and when you do it. If that's your jam like it is mine, join the fun. Let's begin. We know keyword search has had its time. We've been tapping different search inputs and going through the motions for quite some time, and AI has evolved that. We're now looking at AI-powered search in mobile apps and why that is a valuable thing that you should be adding to your next project. And users nowadays search for so many things in a variety of different ways. So what once worked before is no longer the gold standard for how we operate using AI. AI-powered search helps users find things faster. Because you can use a certain AI model or feature that scans the totality of inventory, data, metrics, you're going to bring up the things that the user is searching for more rapidly. And they didn't come to get slowed down by you or your app. They came to find a solution. Let that be your application. You want happy, satisfied, reoccurring customers, right? Well, doing this reduces the drop-off rate and frustration. No one wants to come to your app to search for something and fumble trying to do that in a variety of ways. Whether your search function is acting up, they need to type everything out individually, no spell check, no nothing. Really work hard mentally to try to search for something that they think they have an idea of. Don't do that. When you add it, you reduce that frustration. Make it easier for users to come to you for that solution. And the main thing we want is conversion. This helps improve that conversion rate. So no more is it, let me figure it out. Let me think about this. You're converting them right then and there. After search, users have an intent and they go to take action. You're right there to capitalize on it. So adding it is a huge upside, and I want to see you win. So let's dive into some steps on how to do that. We have to talk about what it looks like. Think of how users would actually do it naturally. Talk into it, how people would actively try to search. Cheap running shoes under $100. Best productivity book under $10. Those are ways in which people speak. Cheap flights to ORD. Chicago O'Hare. These are ways in which, one, a human would speak of, and two, how a system should ingest that information and search for it. And when you add NLP, you allow some of these things to happen naturally so that search functions can create the task at hand and surface that information. You'll start to see a lot of that happening in the near future. The second thing you will see is a lot of voice search. Okay, it's one thing to think of ways in which we naturally talk to search in that way, but it's another thing to actually talk in that built-in microphone. Utilize that as a hands-free option. Many people are on the go. Many people are kind of in motion. And so to be able to search or do an activity or task and help you solve that problem right away, voice will be a huge, huge bonus to how search will happen. And the third way is almost happening, autocomplete, when you actually tap to search, or there's a smart suggestion when you're doing these searches. To make discovery fun and make those intent models happen clearly, fluidly, in a more functional way, there's this auto suggest. You type in a certain phrase or certain set of words, letters, it kind of predicts or auto predicts what you're going to say next, what you're going to search for or input next. This smart suggestion could be based on your search history, your likes, your interests that fill in the blank for you. This could sometimes be frustrating when you're not optimizing it for the user. But in other cases, it could be the difference between you finding the right product or the exact or close to the right thing we're searching for, because all of these systems are not perfect. But we want to find a happy ground where we're getting closer results to what we really want. I know you're curious, so we'll go through this one by one. Hey, if you're enjoying it, make sure you like this video. Click that subscribe button so you don't miss another one to help you grow and scale your apps. That'll be all. Many of you talked about my trusty iPad, so I'm going to pause here. We're going to look at how to add AI search into your next mobile app. So what you want to do is step number one. You're going to review your current search functions. Okay? Now, the reason you want to do that is so that you can really get a baseline. You want to understand what's happening. How is it functioning currently in the wild? Is it snappy? What's included in it? Does it have autocomplete? So all of these things is just to take inventory of where you currently are. This will help you understand and draw your line in the sand as to where you're starting from. See, people overlook this for the strangest reason, thinking that it's a judgment call. But no, it's solely to understand where you are now so that you understand the steps you've taken to get to the next level. And don't shy away from that. So review your current search functions. All right. Number two, you want to collect current searches and queries. The idea of collecting these is to review them. And you do these for, I'm not an English major, so there's no spell check when wrong. So don't come for me. The goal of this is to collect your current search queries as well as your failed searches and failed searches. Now, this does two things. It lets you identify what's currently being sought after by your user base. What are they searching for? What are they inputting to do so? How are they going about it? Keyword or direct input? Is it voice? And then you also want to capture the failed searches, that many times that the system failed trying to figure it out, that it didn't give them the conclusion or solution they were looking for, that it needed an additional step. And this will give you really good clarity on what is being done to achieve that goal. Step number three in this, you want to add semantic AI. Okay? Now, this may sound like a big word, but it's really focused around intent. And AI understands intent, the way you speak, patterns. If you use an emojis when you're doing things, do you do it shorthand? Do you do it longhand? Do you spell it all out? Do you add certain things? AI has the ability to capture the nuances of your types and style of search. And that's when you start to add that. The reason you want to do that is to capture that variety. One user base will not search or be looking for things the same way another one would. And so being able or having the ability to do it in a way that's functional and that's helpful is going to save you so much time and energy later on. That's when the beauty of adding the AI search happens, right here, all in the fun of the application. Step 4, this is where you start to make improvements. You want to improve ranking here. Okay. Now, because you've collected all the queries, and you've added the search, now you want to start improving how the results surface. And you want to prioritize accurate results first. This helps the model remember and recall that this is the goal. Get to the high priority task or result first and display that. And deprioritize all of the nuances that are in it. So for example, if I'm searching for sunglasses, dark shade, black frames, something like that under $1,000, it specifically could zero in on those things that are rated from 999 to 0. But maybe Rating is the next priority. How people are rating said glasses that are under this particular range. Maybe not color, but maybe frame style. So there's all kinds of ways to go about improving that ranking, but you want to do it with the goal that you choose in mind. That's step number 4. Step number 5, since this is an iterative process, this is where you add improvements and suggestions, or the other way around. Because this is a process that goes hand in hand, and we're constantly adding or making it better. This is a great way to slide in those adjustments to enhance maybe the search function, to make throttling capabilities or database calls a bit more robust. This is where you start to improve and fine tune, because you're seeing what is being done, and now you have the ability to gauge what small tweaks you can make to make that experience even better. That's in step 5. And then step 6 is what I always preach. Test it. Test and iterate and refine it. And that is the goal when you're building software. You have made this plan, you've done all of this work, and now you put it out in the wild. See what things happen in real time. See how users will try to game the system or try to break something. This is not to degrade your approach. This is to inform what users are actually doing so that you can make the system better. Don't shy from that. And when you get there, you can then tweak and refine to improve it more and more. But you have to learn from what you already put out in the wild. That's the only way up. Now that we covered the steps and to do it and walk through what that looks like, it wouldn't be me if I didn't give you some of the challenges that you're up against while doing it. In retrospect, let's look at a few. I'll give you 3 of the top ones that I've seen. One is poor data labeling. So when you're actually categorizing certain metrics, or you're actually calling and changing the properties or just IDing them, some could have poor structure, labeling, naming conventions, all of that. This could impact how results form, how searches can retrieve information to display it. So make sure you dive in deep and get a really good structure as to how to do that early on. It'll save you a boatload of time later. This, I guarantee. The next thing you want to do is look at results surfacing in a timely manner. And what I mean by this is too many irrelevant searches being surfaced too early. So let's say you built an auto search function and you're creating it so that when they do search, it reveals or retrieves information. Doing that early, but giving it wrong, giving it incorrect, or giving it nuanced information, that can deter any user from using that search. It's a song and dance for those, because you want fast search, you want relevant search more importantly, but you can't do that and jeopardize that relationship with doing it too early. It's something to be mindful of when you're testing and tweaking what those limitations are. But I recommend you looking into it because it will come up. And one of the last things we'll talk about is voice issues, right? The accuracy when people do voice search. Some people speak with a dialect or a twang or any type of nuance in their vocal tones. And this can throw off the models if they aren't tested appropriately. You kind of want to tweak and adjust things accordingly, but use a larger sample size when you do it. Don't just go for those who speak an American dialect that are either proper in English, that are high pitch in tone, or male voice versus female voice. Don't do that. Using those very subset criteria will skew your results as well as the data going in. If you're gearing things toward that demographic and those are your really identified user base, then there may be some concessions to make there. But in most cases, keep a wide subset of information and approaches so that you can cast a wide net for the users that you're trying to serve. You've covered what to do, why you should do it, some steps to do it, and some challenges. But here's what you can possibly expect if you do this right. If you do this right, here are some things you should and can expect from adding AI-powered search to your mobile app. Faster content, search, and product delivery. The attention span is short. I don't need to repeat that. You've heard it, seen it, and have witnessed it in real time. So surfacing things for a user is priority. And you can do that faster once you start improving the functionality. So you can expect to see that if you do this right. The second thing, low bounce rate. They're less likely to leave if you are serving them up the goodness. Be the go-to space application for what they need, because you will experience a low bounce rate and more engagement will be a byproduct of it. And since we're talking about search, you can also experience and look forward to a high purchase rate. Yes, they came to buy. Make it easy for them to do that. You get rewarded. It's simple. When we're looking at products and product searches, that is to reveal what users are searching for to purchase. That intent is there. Make it easy for them. And AI search is a powerful tool to do just that. See for yourself. Add it. See. Let me know. Report back. I'm all ears and I welcome it. So that's it. That's all we got for today. We wanted to cover some benefits of why you need to be adding AI searches in your application. But now that you know it, there's some other things that you should be doing to make your app a bit more robust. That's why I'm recommending this video here. And if you want to learn about engagement, more things, bringing your users for retention and gamification, check this video out here. As always, your life has color, so make sure to design it that way. And we'll see you in one of these spaces over here in any other links that we've added for you to go. Thank you. Take care.